The forest was waking up with the early rays of the sun. The sunlight seeping through the trees fell on the leaves like a golden blanket. In the depths of this forest, many animals lived peacefully. But one day, something unexpected happened in the forest. A squirrel named Minnick had gone out early in the morning to search for walnuts. As he hopped quickly among the trees, he suddenly found himself face to face with a fox. The fox, one of the noble and mysterious creatures of the forest, was named Kuzel. He was a wise, careful, and courageous fox who lived deep in the forest. At first, Minnick was a bit scared. The fox's eyes were sharp and deep. But Kuzel wasn't trying to frighten Minnick. He was observing him carefully. Before Minnick could understand what was happening, he realized he was getting lost in the forest. At that moment, Kuzel asked, "Where are you going, little squirrel?" Minnick replied nervously, "I was just looking for walnuts, but now I'm lost." Kuzel smiled. "It's easy to get lost in the forest, but I know how to help. Come, I'll guide you," he said. The two began walking deeper into the forest. Minnick was impressed by Kuzel's wisdom and calmness. Kuzel knew every corner of the forest and could follow the paths of all the animals. Soon, Minnick found his way again. The two had become friends and learned about each other. One day, Minnick and Kuzel went for a walk deep in the forest. The sun was slowly setting, but the forest air was still cool. Suddenly, they heard a strange noise near the edge of a lake. They realized an animal was crying in pain. They quickly ran toward the sound. By the lake, they found a large wolf lying in blood, groaning in pain. Slowly approaching, Minnick and Kuzel noticed the wolf had a severe wound. The wolf said weakly, "Please, I need help." Kuzel spoke to the wolf. "What happened to you? How did you get injured?" he asked. The wolf answered with difficulty, "A group of hunters chased me. I tried to escape, but fell into a trap. Can you help me?" Minnick turned his eyes to Kuzel. "What should we do?" he asked. Kuzel replied thoughtfully, "First, we need to move him from here. Then, we must clean and heal his wounds." Minnick worriedly asked, "But he's so big. How can we move him?" Kuzel looked at him calmly and said, "Together, we can do it. Strength can sometimes be found in small things, too." With great effort, Minnick and Kuzel managed to move the wolf away from the lake to a safe place. Kuzel, with the natural wisdom of foxes, carefully cleaned the wolf's wounds, and Minnick did his best to help. The wolf's wound was painful, but when he lifted his head and saw the two animals who helped him, he said, "You saved me." Minnick replied, "Helping is what we do. We're a team." Kuzel added, "Nature teaches us the importance of helping every living being. Together, we can overcome any challenge." The wolf thanked Minnick and Kuzel. "Helping one another makes us strong," he said, with deep gratitude in his eyes. Over time, the wolf's wounds healed, and he began roaming the forest freely again. He often met with Minnick and Kuzel, sharing the peace of the forest together. Their friendship became an example to all the forest's inhabitants. As days passed, Minnick and Kuzel's bond grew stronger. The wolf often joined them on adventures. In the forest, the names of these three animals became a symbol of cooperation and friendship. Minnick, Kuzel, and the wolf were now the wise friends of the forest. They always looked for animals in need because their trust in and friendship with one another was stronger than any challenge. And in the depths of the forest, they lived a life full of peace.